or is Pittsburgh really as bad as they have looked of late? 3 losses.
It's tough. I don't even know if we can define it as a slide. Like 3 in a row it's a free fall almost. And I'm reminded right now, first of all, my children are upstairs sitting amongst the wrapping paper. I'm running downstairs to talk NFL football with you. I feel very, very blessed. This is a very cool day. And I look at the Steelers. I remember Peter was talking earlier in the week that they have this weird combination of the young, cool guys, you know, cool maybe if you agree or not, and then like the old Roethlisberger. It's like generations colliding. In my home right now, we're trying to instill something. I don't know what it is. We're trying to give our kids old-fashioned presents, and they love them, like a Rubik's Cube and a yo-yo. My children are crazy about slide whistles. They can't get enough slide whistles. Santa brought slide whistles in the stockings today, and I feel like you mentioned slide. Here is my impression, and I'm going to perform live on national television. This is the Steelers' season over the last 3 weeks. There we go. Now, Kay, you're asking, can they go... I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I think they used this in a Cars song back away about 30 years ago. I don't see it happening. If you were to power rank the Steelers right now, power rank every team in the league, just based on the last month, are the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 11, are they like 20th? Are they 16th? Are they 25th? It's really bad. And I just don't see the intensity. I don't see the passion. And I don't see anybody who's going to say, oh, yeah, they can get it right again. And this is the Colts? The Colts are bad dudes, and the last thing I'll say is these guys on defense for the Steelers, just not going to be about drop passes and TikTok dances. The Colts want to punch you in the face from the first snap to the last. So the guys on D, the steel curtain, allegedly, you know what's coming. Be tough. Merry Christmas. Do something about it.
Before I position myself as the Grinch that stole Pittsburgh, let me first remove a Rivals hat. I'm going to get the Titans hat off. Kyle, you're incredible. Okay. I love all 3 of you. Kyle, slide whistle on Christmas morning is our show. I appreciate it. Fantastic. How about Jane Slater sitting in an empty
Build him up, Peter.
Christmas morning doing work for us? Fantastic. But now, let me bury the Steelers here for you on this beautiful Christmas morning. I hate doing this, hate being the Grinch, but here it is. There's a chance they are what they are. Like, there's a chance this is what they are, and that is just what it is. Like, there is a history of teams that come out hot out of the gates, and then the season just gets away from them, and then we never talk about them again. Let's look at just 3 notable ones from this century alone. I mean, you go from there was a 2008 Kerry Collins-led Titans team that went 10-0, and they lost in the divisional round. The Ravens beat them. Joe Flacco went into there and beat them, and that was that. We never talk about that team. 2013 Chiefs, 9-0. Guess what? 2-5, lost in the wild card round. We never talk about them. Guys, very recently, the Bengals started 8-0. Guess what? 4-4. Like, it happens. It's okay. I don't see it. I don't miraculously see this team pulling it all together. It's not just because of TikTok dancing. It's because they've lost a ton of games. Their offensive line looks suddenly very old. Their quarterback doesn't look like he's comfortable in the pocket. There's no run game. The defense is riddled with injuries. And the schedule's really hard to finish the season. They've got both the Colts and the Browns, week 15 and week 67. So yes, they might still make the playoffs. But Nate, I will gladly say this and not feel like I'm disparaging the Steelers and saying, I don't see it. If you see something differently, please make this Christmas morning a happier one in Pittsburgh. Please sell the soap. Give me something to believe in. Nate, go for it, buddy, because I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Now, with that said, and you guys are spot on. You guys are definitely spot on. It has been a slide. The offense, it just looks inept. Big Ben, he looks his age. He doesn't want to get outside the pocket. The wide receivers have been inconsistent, dropping balls, making plays every so often, like a roller coaster ride. But with all of that, they beat the Colts. It quiets the criticism. And they can, because all of these things that we're talking about can be fixed. Can receivers run routes and catch balls? Yeah, of course. You can fix that overnight. You spend an extra hour at practice, your confidence will go sky high. Can you fix the offense and say, okay, Big Ben, listen, you're not going to nickel and dime your way down the field because teams are starting to figure out that you want to get the ball out of your hands sooner than later. So to actually drop it into your windows and getting their hands up and batting all your balls down, we're going to have to open up the offense a little bit and go downfield earlier in the game instead of waiting to the third or fourth quarter. Can you fix that? Yes. Can you get your morale back, that swag back? Yeah. I mean, we forget that this team did what? They went 13 weeks in a row because of them moving their schedules around. All right, so now forget about the winning streak.
They just lost to Ryan Finley.
The season that was. Forget about all of that. Okay, that's perfectly fine. But if they beat the Colts, we all shut up. That's the way football is.
But
this NFL season has been just like 2020. It's been crazy, right? So if we go out there and watch the Steelers handle the Colts, who are one of the best teams in all of football, we'll wake up on Monday and we'll say, oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers are back, and that will be on the bottom of our screen.
If they don't, are you out?
Well, they're still going to be in the playoffs. Like, I'm not going to count on a team that's making the playoffs. I know how hard it is to get into the playoffs.
Could lose they could lose the next two games,
let's just forget about them.
Okay. Yeah, I do think you have
in the tournament. That's all. That's
James
all you
Conner,
ask.
I've talked about it 100%. I think that they weren't as good as their 11-0 record made them look. But now I think like the pendulum has completely swung. I don't think they're as bad as they look right now, and people are saying that they look. They can get James Conner back. James Conner is practicing. They need to run the ball. It's how they've won championships. They've said it a lot. And the defense, since losing Devin Bush and Bud Dupree, they're not as good, obviously, but they're still good. So I give them a shot against the Colts. But if they lose against the Colts, I don't know how you could be in, Nate. But like you said, get in the dance. Maybe there's a Christmas miracle. We'll be back here on Good Morning Football. Schrags, where are we going? Back in time? DeLorean?
We're going back in time. That win the Jets had against